So today I'll be showing you how to make and install your own high idle kit for an LB7, which would be your 2001 to 2004 Duramax. So basically you can buy these pins off of Amazon. These are the pins that connect directly into your ECM and TCM on these trucks. If you PM me on YouTube or whatever, I can send you the link. And basically you'll just solder some 18 gauge wire to it. And you know, I put 10 feet of wire on here. That's way more than enough, but it's always better to have slack than not enough. So just solder it on there and crimp it, heat shrink, make sure it's good to go. And then we'll go inside the truck and scoot the seat all the way back. Give yourself some more room. And underneath here, you will find the brake switch, which comes off the brake pedal. You can see me moving the brake pedal, and this is your switch up here. Now there's going to be a terminal labeled F. I'm going to pause this and put the flash on so you can see it. So with the flash on, hopefully you can see a little better. So coming off this, come on, focus. You can see that all these wires are labeled, and you'll go to the teal wire, which is your F connector. And this is what you'll be tapping into. So we'll strip this wire and solder that little harness that we made into it. So I actually wasn't able to pull this out. And I don't necessarily care to work it out, but your F will be your teal one, which is on the very far right. And so I basically just tapped my wire. I wrapped it around a couple times, and I'm going to go ahead and solder it. And I can't show you that process because I'll need a fourth and a fifth hand to record and get light in here. But I'll show you what it looks like after it's done being soldered. So as you can see, this is now soldered in. So what I'm gonna do is push these against each other, and I'm gonna retape this entire harness. I'll tape this separately and then tape this back together so it's all together again. So now that that's taped back together, we'll go ahead and take this red wire. And for me, I have a DSP-5 switch already, so I just ran it through this grommet I already had. But otherwise, you can come through and see in here, this is the grommet that I ran it through. This is originally where, I forget what gets run through here, but I already have a grommet for a bunch of other wires, but yeah, I just tapped into it and ended up fishing it through there because I already have a DSP-5 switch, which is this blue and black wire right here. So I'm gonna run this in here with the rest of these, and I'll show you which pin it goes to onto the ECM. So step one will be pulling this TCM cover off. There's a 10 mil on both sides of it. Already pulled this one off. So you'll go ahead and get this cover pulled off. Just about there. There we go. Put this to the side, keeping everything else. And then you can pull the cover off. Grab the TCM with one hand. So that old cover just pops out of the way. With the TCM, I like to just hang it out, and we'll disconnect the positive battery for the truck. So that way I can unplug these and just pull the TCM out of the way and have some more room. So now you'll just pull the plastic ECM cover off, which is right here. And you're gonna grab a 7 mil and pull the connector off closest to you. So see if I can get some light in there to show you exactly what you can see that nut right there that locks the connector in place. That has a 7 mil. It also looks like I'm missing the plastic guard on the back, which is not not a good thing, but I'll see if I can find that somewhere, see if it got broken or caught off somewhere. But yeah, that's that 7 mil right there is what we're gonna pull out. So with the connector off the ECM, we're gonna locate pin 71, which you can see is the empty slot right next to that brown wire. So I'm gonna take a little pick and I'm going to slot this through there and puncture the yellow so I can slip my new pin in, which I've already passed through the firewall. And then we'll flip the connector back around and use a flathead and just gently pry this blue pin lock out. So once that's done and back in, we can go ahead and reinstall this connector onto the ECM. So we'll get it back down in there. At some point I'm going to go and re-loom most of this harness to make it a little easier to work, but we'll go ahead and go in there. Yes, I know I don't have those water connectors. I mean the orange silicone deal, but when I pulled this off, it didn't have them, and I don't know exactly where to get them. But until then, this will do. The truck will never be underwater. I kind of baby it, and I'll continue to baby it. So we'll go ahead and retighten the 7 mil, which I'll have to go find that real quick, and then we'll re-hook up the battery after we get the TCM back in and throw it all back together. So with the ECM connector back in, sorry, using a headlamp, got dark on me real quick. We'll go ahead and put this cover back on. Then we'll take the TCM, red goes to the R, gray goes to the gray, put that back in, hook the battery back up, and I'll show you guys how it works. So, and the reason I like to have the extras, I like to play when I'm installing this, and then I'll just pull the rest through the firewall. So now that we're done over here, I can just pull the rest that I didn't need through the firewall and tie it up here in case I need it in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck and show you guys how it works. So now to activate high idle, you can see my feet aren't near the throttle. You'll just click the cruise control button. So there's 1200 right there, and we can bump it up to 1800. Again, feet not on the throttle, hit the brake, off. You can bump it back up, and some people like to hear a LB7 high idle with a hood stack, so it's not quiet, but this sounds pretty cool. It'll be better when I have a 400 amp alternator, so I can jump start other people's vehicles like nothing. So that's what the main use is for.